one of the most commonly asked questions when it comes to sleep is around anxiety and sleep. So it's really difficult not to worry about sleep if you aren't able to do it, because we all know, there's lots of stuff in the media around the negative effects of not sleeping, both on our physical health and our mental health. And especially if you've been somebody who is a long-term poor sleeper, you will remember back to the times where things were really, really bad, and you will relate that to poor sleep. So then 1 or 2 bad nights can then start that cycle again of worry. So when people are sleeping poorly, they're in this cycle where they worry a lot about not sleeping well. They do lots of things to try and improve it. A lot of the things that they do to try and improve it are actually making things worse. And that's in one of my other videos around the 3 things that we need to sleep well. So do watch that video, and that will explain a lot more about how poor sleep develops. So people get stuck in this cycle where they are wanting to sleep better because they're so worried about it. They do lots of things to try and make it better. They develop lots of sleep incompatible behaviours, and these sleep incompatible behaviours are things like spending too long in bed, napping in the daytime, catching up on lost sleep and changing their body clock and their drive to sleep, spending lots of time in their bedroom, long-winded routines on the build-up to bedtime around relaxation, mindfulness, yoga, all of which are actually making them more and more worked up because they're putting more and more pressure on trying to sleep well. Taking sleeping tablets, taking over-the-counter medications, lots of different things that we do to try and improve our sleep. But actually what these things do is increase this hypervigilance around sleeping, which increases our worry. The worse we sleep, the more we worry, the less likely we are to sleep well. From a physical point of view, our bodies are not designed to sleep well when we are hypervigilant, and not sleeping well makes us hypervigilant. So you can see how you get stuck in this cycle of worrying about sleep. The more you worry, the worse your sleep becomes. And so what I talk to the people that I work with a lot around is, actually, why are we using worry as a strategy? If we're not sleeping well, why are we using worry as a strategy to try and combat that poor sleep? So I want you to ask yourself this question. If you recognise yourself in what I'm saying, that you are somebody who suffers with sleep anxiety and worries about sleep a lot, ask yourself this question. What would it say about you if you didn't worry about your sleep? So if you just decided today not to worry about your sleep anymore, what would that say about you? And the answer to that question will help you to work out why you are still using worry as a strategy, even though you know it's not rational. So we all know that actually worry isn't helping us and it's making things worse. Everybody knows that, yet we still continue to do it. So if we're still doing it, that means that somewhere inside of us, we have a belief that it is in some way helping us. So commonly answered questions, common answers to that question of what would it say about you if you chose not to worry are that it would mean I didn't care. So if I don't worry about my sleep, then I don't care about my sleep. It means that I don't care about my job, that I don't care whether or not I can concentrate and whether I can be the best that I can possibly be at work. That I don't care about my family. Being sleep deprived and stressed about poor sleep makes me tired and snappy. So if I don't worry about it, then I don't care. I'm not doing anything to try and fix it if I'm not worrying about it. So actually what you can find is that we do have beliefs that worry is in some way helping us, that it's protecting us from the bad thing happening. If I worry a lot about the future of my poor sleep, I'm in some way stopping that future from happening, or maybe I'm just preparing for it. If I didn't worry about bad sleep, then I wouldn't be prepared for it when it happened. So I want you to answer that question. What would it say about you if you didn't worry about it? And then I want you to ask yourself, how true is that? So my answer to that question is, if I didn't worry about my sleep, then I don't care about my physical health. I know that poor sleep and sleep deprivation has a negative effect on physical health. So therefore, if I didn't worry about poor sleep, then I didn't care about my physical health. So now I'm going to ask myself, how true is that? What about the people who don't worry about their sleep? Do they not care about their physical health as much as me? How does worrying about my sleep and how does worry in general actually affect my physical health? Does that also have a negative impact? And how much worse is that possibly than just the poor sleep? So how negative an impact is poor sleep on health, and how negative an impact is worry on health? So how much do I believe that statement to be true? Are there other strategies other than worry that would show that I care about my physical health? For example, rather than worrying about poor sleep, what about if I was to increase my exercise and healthy diet instead? And so I would replace worry with other strategies that I know will help my physical health as well. if I worry a lot about my sleep, I'm in some way stopping my physical health from deteriorating, or I'm stopping that bad thing with my physical health from happening. How much do I believe that? How much do I believe that worrying about something can actually stop it from happening? How many times in your life have you not worried about a particular health problem and then had it anyway, and vice versa? How often have we worried about a health problem, and then actually it turns out we don't have it at all, or it's not as bad as we thought? So what we do is try and dissect these beliefs that we have around worry, because we all worry about something, and we wouldn't worry about it if we didn't feel that in some way it was helping us. So try and notice the distinction between worrying and problem solving. So worrying about sleep is unlikely to help you come up with a new solution, and it's certainly not going to help you to sleep better. In fact, it's going to make that cycle of poor sleep worse. So why don't you try replacing worry? So acknowledge why you worry, and challenge that belief. How true is it? And then replace worry with problem solving. So the way to fix poor sleep is a program of CBT for insomnia, recommended by the NHS. Lots of information out there around CBT for insomnia. At the Insomnia Clinic, we offer different ways of getting that information to people. So there's always a way that will suit you with the CBT for insomnia program. So problem solving, how can I fix my poor sleep? I can take on this recommended, evidence-based, heavily researched program of treatment that is likely to help me. So that's a problem solving strategy right there, and it's one that will change the outcome for your future of sleep. Worrying, we already know, you already have proof that worrying about sleep isn't helping you. You've been worrying about it for a long time. So what I want you to do is make this decision today that actually I'm going to replace worry with other strategies. I'm going to improve my lifestyle in other ways. If I can't improve my sleep, I'm going to improve other parts of my life. I'm going to find out why I'm using worry as a strategy. I'm going to take on some CBT for insomnia techniques and see if that helps. And then I'm going to evaluate it again in a few weeks' time, and I'm going to see if there's anything else I could do. But what I'm going to do when it comes to worry is acknowledge that I am worried about it. But that's all I need to do. I just need to acknowledge that I'm worried. It's a concern to me. I don't need to continue that chain of worry and keep engaging in those worries around sleep and what if and what happens if my physical health deteriorates, what happens if I can't work, what happens if I make mistakes. That chain of worry is what's keeping the poor sleep going. So acknowledge your chain of worries, acknowledge why you're still using worry as a strategy, and then I want you to take a step back and replace worry with other strategies that are going to be more helpful for you. If you need any extra help at all, I'm running lots of free sleep webinars. If you visit the website, theinsomniaclinic.co.uk, that will give you details of our online course. You can watch the first lesson for free, and that will really help you to understand more about sleep and the way to fix it rather than just using worry. The online course also has a special section in there around thoughts and worry, and a technique that I use with people around reducing worry around sleep. The free sleep webinar is really useful if you're not sure what the right thing to do to treat your sleep is, if you're tired of being tired, if you're stuck in this cycle of poor sleep and you really want to fix it, then the free sleep webinar is perfect for you because it will give you all the information that you need, and it will show you, I'm going to demonstrate to you how the program of treatment that is the recommended treatment program, how it will help you and how it's helped hundreds of people already, show you the step-by-step techniques. So there is things that you can do, and I want you to identify that worry is not one of those things. But don't beat yourself up about it. We worry for good reason. We worry because we think it's helping us. So actually, let's just take a different perspective on the worry. Why am I doing it? Be kind to yourself. Somehow you think it's helping you. But then also challenge that belief. How much is it helping you? And how much is it making things worse? And let's try and get some clarity on those issues, and then replace worry with techniques that are going to work. So I hope that's been helpful for you. If you visit the website, theinsomniaclinic.co.uk, or follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll find there's lots more tips and tools around improving sleep there as well. Thank you.